Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Um, well, it's been a little while since I did the Keeping It Current. I mean, I know I did it last week and I had to catch up, so I'm basically catching up this week also. If y'all hear not a noise, it's 4th of July, so everybody is doing fireworks and all that other craziness outside, on the street. So anyway, happy 4th. But I'm catching up in this video because it's some stuff that's been going on for like the past couple of weeks, and I didn't really vlog about it because I didn't have the time to do it last week, so I'm catching up. It's not a lot of stuff. It's just some stuff that ties into what happened this past week. So I'll just get into it. So well, for since the week started, well, basically since the Charleston massacre, there's been like a number of black churches out in the South being burnt down, and people feel like this is like it's in response to the Charleston massacre. So, Dylan Roof said he wanted to start a race war, and in a way, he kind of started it. I mean, some people aren't paying it any mind. Others are just, I guess, with the churches burning down, like I guess they're proving a point. But I wouldn't say that he started a race war, but I do feel like it's brought tension into like between not all, but between, different races, especially blacks and whites. And I mean, I don't judge a person off of their skin color. I judge them off of their character. If your character is ugly, I don't want to mess with you. If you have a good heart, a good personality, then we can be cool. That's me. But not everybody thinks like how I think. For some reason, the color of your skin is a big deal to people. I don't get why. I don't know why. I will never understand how a racist person thinks. I will never understand it at all. I don't get it. So since the whole thing with the church is going on, not one I haven't seen CNN, NBC, anybody report it on the news. I've just been seeing it online, and that's because people have been reposting it. But it's not being shown in the media at all. And a lot of people are like, when CVS was burnt down during the Baltimore riots, everybody was, in an uproar. But 7 churches is burnt down in the South, 7 black churches. Silence, nothing. And I mean, that is sad. And it's like, it just goes to show you how corrupt the media is, like, and what they try to feed us. And my whole thing is, I just suggest everybody just do your own research, because you can't just take what's force fed to you. Do your own research. Just Google is free. Google is free. I Google everything. I get curious and I Google everything. Sometimes I feel like a word that I'm spelling is not being spelled right. I Google it. I Google everything because I don't like being misinformed. So Google is free. Use it. Don't just sit up here and accept what, the media and everybody is telling you, because 95% of it is not true. And it could be BS. So just Google it. Do your own research. But I just pray that nobody, because I haven't really heard anything about the, like, like if anyone's died in the churches being burnt down. I haven't heard anything about people dying. So I'm just praying, that everybody is safe and sound out there, and that nobody died. That's the ultimate. That's worse. So let's move on, because that's kind of depressing me. It was said that these teens, they created a condom that changes color when it's in contact with STDs. And I think that is an awesome idea, because I think it'll make people want to practice safe sex more. I mean, I don't know why people aren't practicing safe sex now, because I mean, condoms are like everywhere. You go to every pharmacy, doctor's office, they have plenty of options for, to have protected sex, to, prevent the spreading of AIDS and HIV and all this other craziness that they got out here. So I really think that these condoms, like the kids, the people that came up with this idea are awesome because, now people will know. Because not everybody's going to tell you the truth about what STD they have, if they even have an STD, because it's embarrassing. And I mean, I get that. You just need to be more careful. So, I mean, this whole idea, concept for the condoms, I think is cool. It said that they each have their own color when they come in contact with an STD, i.e., green is for chlamydia, yellow is for herpes, purple is for HPV, blue is for syphilis. I didn't hear anything about any other colors, but I guess it's like they're still, I guess, tweaking it or whatever. But I think it's an awesome idea, and I really hope and pray that it'll start, a trend of people using the condoms to practice safe sex better. Because some people think that, having unprotected sex is cool. If you don't know your partner like that, that ain't cool. That's not cool. Y'all could be, bringing harm to each other. So, kudos to them. That's like a good, invention, creation, idea. That's awesome. So, Nene announced that she would not be turning to Real Housewives of Atlanta for the 8th season. And honestly, I feel like Nene should have left a long time ago. I feel like she has just been over the show. Like, I honestly feel like she should have left the season that Kenya was there. Because it was too much drama, and you can already see that. I mean, the show, when it first came out, it was about girls in Atlanta. Like, I guess socialites in Atlanta. And it's like now now they're just casting people, like they're casting who can come for Nene. That's what I feel like. I could be wrong, or people could agree with me. I don't know, but I feel like personally, they were just starting to cast people, all kinds of people who could come for Nene. After what was it, season 6? Yeah, basically when they added Kenya and Portia, I felt like after that season, it was like they were just adding people to see who could come for Nene and make her want to walk away. But my whole thing is, why would you want Nene to walk away if she's the OG of Real Housewives of Atlanta? A, B, everybody's saying that she's the star. So it kind of felt like to me like they were trying to push Nene away without actually saying, oh, we want to fire her. But then again, I don't know. Who knows? But I mean, I personally felt like Nene should have left season 6 because she just became, like, to me, over the whole show. And she did start getting, like, as soon as she started working for the new normal, she did get a big head. She got a big head. Like, she kind of, like, she just wasn't humble anymore. And that's what I didn't like about Nene. I did see a change in her. Because from the first season to, like, maybe season 5, Nene was my favorite. And, I mean, I still like Nene. And after the last season finale of last season, I understand where she's coming from with the issues with her mom and everything. So, I mean, I get Nene. I get her. But I just didn't like that as soon as she got in contact with that new money, her head just got big. And she just thought she was the hottest thing since who knows what. So, I mean, I honestly feel like she should move on and find another platform. And from what it looks like she has, because she's filming a show right now. Her and Kim still got their show that they supposed to be doing soon called Rose to Riches. And, I'm pretty sure she has a bunch of, like, other ideas under her belt. She has a clothing line. She has her own Nene Leakes Entertainment. So, she getting her coins. And I just saw her in the Kim Kardashian game. And I know you get bread off of that. So, Nene making her money. She's a hustler. And, I mean, I'm proud of her. And I'm happy for her. I mean, it's going to be a big void without her on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But it's not for her anymore. And, I mean, that's okay. Sometimes you have to grow and you have to go. That's okay. So, I wish her all the best. And I'll still be watching whatever she's in because I'm a fan. So, moving on. So, I saw this, like, little trailer. I don't know how true it is, but there's supposed to be a documentary about Lil Kim coming out. And when I was watching it, I kind of had the side eye on something that was said in it. Not because of Lil Kim, but because of something that Nicki Minaj said in her speech at the BET Awards. And I knew for a fact that she was dissing Lil Kim in the speech, because the same exact thing she said in the speech is the same exact thing that Lil Kim said on a documentary. Somebody had like audio playing of her saying the same thing. And Nicki said the same thing. She just added her own little, you know, shady boots comment afterwards. And I mean, I'll say that I was one of those people. I'm a fan of Kim. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a fan of Lil Kim. However, I feel like Lil Kim is too dependent on her legend. She feels like because she's a legend that it's okay. She doesn't have to do anymore. When in fact that's not the truth. To be a legend, you have to... I mean, there's people out here that's legends just like Lil Kim, but they still keep their fan base, you know... They still keep their fans, like, you know, entertained. I.e., look at Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson hasn't had any music out in a while, and she came back this year hard, surprising everyone with new music and a tour and all this other stuff. So I'm just saying, like, Lil Kim just got a little bit too lax. Like, okay, I'm a legend. I don't have to do anything. No. You're an entertainer. You're a rapper. You still have to keep your brand going and keep your fans going, and that's why Lil Kim's fans and Nicki Minaj fans is always going to be a generational gap, because Nicki Minaj's fans don't really know about Lil Kim, and they don't know nor see how Lil Kim influenced Nicki. Me, growing up to Lil Kim, I see a lot of Lil Kim in Nicki. I just see Nicki took whatever she got from Lil Kim, she took it and she ran with it. She took it and she turned it, she spinned it. But it was basically the same. It's basically the same thing. The wigs, the costumes, the lyrics, everything. It's the same thing. She just tweaked it. That's it. So, I just feel like Nicki does a lot of... She does attack Kim in her lyrics. It's just that people don't catch on. I've caught on ever since I saw that, like I said, that video on YouTube, Playtime is Over. They broke it down. I mean, the video was long, but it's very interesting to watch. So if you have, like, I'd say an hour and a half to just waste or whatever, some time to kill, watch that video. Because I did. I was in here bored. I couldn't sleep, so I sat and I watched it, and it's very interesting. And you'll see why Kim has such big beef with Nicki Minaj. And I mean, I understand it. But like I said, my whole thing is Kim just can't rest on her legend. You gotta get with the times and you gotta keep up. So, I mean, I can't wait to see the documentary. The documentary look like it's gonna be good, and I hope it's good. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how true it is. I just saw it as a clip online. But sometimes when it's online, most likely, sometimes it's true. So, you know, who knows. But anyway, moving on. I'll be going flipping back and forth in my notes. Okay, so Tamera Mowry-Housely, am I pronouncing that right? Is it Mowry or Maury? I think it's Maury. Tamera Mowry-Housely gave birth July 1st to her baby girl named, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Ariah Talia. Now, I think that's a pretty name. And I see what her and Tia doing with, like, naming their kids, because Tia and Tamera and, you know, their siblings, all of their names starts with T, because their dad's name start with a T, and their middle names start with a D, because their mom's name starts with a D. They're, you know, so Tia and Tamera, you know, their initials are T and D. So Tia, she named her son Creed Taylor, and because, you know, Tia's husband's name is Corey, so that means Tia and Corey will be CT. So their son's name is CT, Creed Taylor, and Tamera and her husband Adam are AT. So Adam and Tamera have a son that they named Aiden Jonathan Tanner. So that's, you know, AJT. So, well, I mean, it's the same thing, AT, you know. So now they have the baby girl. Her name is Ariah Talia, which is AT. And I think that's cute that they do that with the names, you know, keep the tradition going in the family. So congratulations to her, because I feel like she was pregnant with that baby forever. Like, I would watch her on the reel, and every time I would see her on the reel, I'm like, Lord, she look like she about to pop. So I was like, dang, when is she having this baby? Like, 'cause she had her baby shower, I think, a month ago, 2 months ago. But I just feel like she's been pregnant forever. I mean, I guess because I seen her on the reel like every day, and if she wasn't on the reel, it's because, you know, she wasn't feeling well due to the pregnancy. So congratulations to her and her husband Adam. I'm so happy for them, and I can't wait to see pictures of her. If she is as beautiful as their son is, that's a beautiful family. All right, so I was watching this thing with Michelle Blair. As you know, in my other Keepin It Current video, she was a mom who killed her two kids named Steven and Stoni and hid their bodies in the freezer. Now, at the time, there was all the details weren't there. So, watching this video, she's standing before the judge, and the judge is asking her questions about the day the kids died, the weeks leading up to the deaths, and everything. And she basically put it out there, and it sounds like, I don't know how true it is, it sounds like she was brutally honest in telling the judge everything the judge wanted to know, how she killed them, what she did. And she said, her daughter, she intentionally killed because her daughter was raping her youngest son. And then her son Steven, she didn't mean to kill him. She just meant harsh punishment for him because him and her daughter, they were both like gang raping her youngest son. And I just think like the whole story and everything she was saying, like she was breaking down in front of the judge. Everything she was saying was just very graphic, very tragic, very sad. And I know the fact that she didn't really know all of this was going on right up under her nose, that's what made it worse. So my prayers go out to the souls of her kids that she killed. My prayers go out to her, and I just hope her time in prison will heal her heart or whatever, because she felt no remorse for killing them kids. Because she said that they were demons. She felt like they were demons doing that to their little, like they were doing all kinds of craziness. I mean, if y'all want to watch it, y'all can watch it. I'm not going to say all that what was done, but it's real brutal. But, yeah, so I guess they're like, just trying to find out all the details for her sentencing and everything. So, I mean, it's a sad story. And while I was watching it, like I said on my Facebook, I said, I don't see her as a criminal. I see her as a mom who just snapped. And there's plenty of mothers out here, plenty of women who it takes just that one thing to just have you snap. I don't justify and condone what she did because I don't know how true the story is, whether it's true or not. I don't condone what she did, but I can understand it. I don't condone it, but I can understand it. So my prayers are out to them. It's a sad story. So I was reading that there were 30 people who was arrested in food stamp fraud from Brushton, New York. Not one of them were black. Now, society, people in general will lead you to believe that black people abuse the system, and they lie about certain things so that they could get on food stamps. And people will have you believing that people that's on welfare, that's on food stamps, that gets any type of government assistance is lazy, when in fact that's not true. In certain states, you can have a good paying job and still have to apply for food stamps for the simple fact that you can't afford food or you can't afford your expenses. Like me, I live in New York, and it is expensive to live out here. So I get assistance because I have 2 kids. And that helps me buy what they need. That helps me take care of them. I don't abuse the system. I don't use them. I just see it as assistance. There's nothing wrong with getting assistance. But what people fail to realize is that just because people are on assistance, not all people are abusing the system. Not all people are being lazy. Not all people are purposely not working. Like, everybody's situation is different. So for people who work and they don't qualify for government assistance like food stamps and whatnot, to look down on people who do qualify for it and who do need it, I kind of feel like that's wrong. And then I feel like it's even more wrong when people think that it's just black people who abuse the system, when that's not the case at all. There's more whites, mostly Jewish, there's more of them on assistance than it is black people. So, again, Google is free. Google is free. Google it. I promise you it's more whites than blacks on public assistance, on food stamps. Knowledge is power, people. Moving on. But anyway, so the last thing I really want to talk about, because this story has just been crazy, is Bobbi Kristina. So supposedly she's off her meds and they put her in hospice care to die peacefully. But recently, this week, Bobbi Kristina's friend that she's known for 2 years comes forward with like allegations and like conversations she had with Bobbi Kristina, like leading up to Bobbi Kristina being found in a bathtub, basically saying that Bobbi Kristina's boyfriend, husband, was abusing her. So, she's basically very detailed, just saying that she's saying this because, Bobbi Kristina can't speak for herself and she's tired of hiding it. So, she's basically saying that he, manipulated her mind. He basically shunned her from her family because the family didn't want her with him. And he wanted to be the only one in her life. Basically tried to control her. And he was putting his hands on her. He was bruising her and beating on her. And just all kinds of craziness. And I'm like, wow. But then a lot of people are like, well, why wouldn't this be true? That's why his mother kicked him out of his house, because he was acting crazy. And I'm like, geez, all of these details are coming out now and the girl is near death. That's terrible. I'm like, this is terrible. And my whole thing is, she's been in, I don't know if it's a coma, I don't know. But she's been in the hospital, out of it, since the end of January. It's now July. My whole thing is, just let her go. Let her go and let her be with her mother, because she's been a wreck since Whitney died. Bobbi Kristina has not been the same since her mother died. And I mean, it was said that she was going to try and work on music, to follow her mother's legacy, but it just seemed like it's too much for her. I mean, the girl was 18 when her mother died. She was young. So, and she didn't have a chance to heal, because it's like right after Whitney died, her family went and did that reality show, like months after Whitney died. They did that reality show. And it's just, everything was just too soon for her. So she didn't have a chance to heal. And honestly, she probably didn't want a chance to heal. She just wants to be with her mom. So a lot of people are saying that how she was found in the bathtub was the same way that Whitney was found in the bathtub. And she just wanted to go out how her mother went out. And she's expected to die peacefully in hospice care. And I just think this whole story is sad. And it's just like a whole bunch of details just coming out left and right now. One of them, her drug dealer named whatever, I don't know how you pronounce his last name. He's found dead in an overdose, in a suspected overdose, and he was only 22 years old. Now that's just sad. That's sad. These young kids, oh my God, these babies. That whole situation is sad. And it said that he was sober for a while, but then he relapsed. So that could have been what killed him. So it's just sad. He's dead at 22. Bobbi Kristina could possibly be about to pass away and she's only, 21? It's just, it's sad. It's so sad. And my prayers are with her. But in my opinion, they just need to let that girl go. Just let her go peacefully and let her be with her mother. And let her soul finally be at peace because she's not happy on earth. That's just how I feel about it. So my prayers are with you, Bobbi Kristina. And I just pray to the heavens that, you know, if it is your time, that God lets you in with open arms and you get to be reunited with your mother again. Because it's a sad story. She's so young. That's the only thing that's like bugging me about this whole thing. She's so young. But anyway, that was Keeping It Current with Teesha, Volume 9. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'll see you in the next video. Oh, I know I'm late with cutting it in the ATL. I missed the episode on Thursday, so I might have to compile that episode with the episode that's coming on this week. But either way, a video will be up for it. So, and I'm going to try and add new segments too. So, I'm getting there with my consistency, people. So, to everybody that's watching, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later. Happy 4th, everybody.